beginning of the season, I actually defended the Chelsea sort of ownership. All the Chelsea fans were getting a little bit upset. The season had only just got started. But I said they're ahead of the game. I think financially they're ahead of the game. You know, they started these long-term contracts, 9-year deals, etc., etc. And I think, you know, that's very clever. They got around the financial sort of PSR, financial rules, etc., etc. They started getting a lot of young players to build for the future. They got a really good squad. And I said at the time, everyone's knocking Chelsea. Forget this season, next season, I reckon they'll be there winning the league. You know, they really look as if they've got a great squad. And I still think they've got a great squad. But I then look at what happened this weekend against Man City, and I start wondering what the hell was. It's not flowing the way I thought it would. You bought some great players, you know, in Neto. You know, it's a brilliant player. I just really think he was a good player. But then you bought, in my opinion, duds like Dewsbury Hall, and I actually don't think Sancho's going to be that great a player. And Tosin, not sure about him. João Felix, why'd you ever bring him? You got rid of a load of deadwood as well, in sort of, in my opinion, Lukaku, Sterling. Cheers, guys. Gallagher, I thought was a mistake. You guys are going to go on about, you know, Havertz. I don't think he's worth 65 million, but I think he's a decent squad player. Now, this isn't knocking me, and this isn't knocking Chelsea at all. I'm asking you, Chelsea supporters, tell me, has Maresca sort of, is he really met his match? Something is really not right. You're not flowing the way I thought you'd flow. You know, Madueke, who was a right wing, I mean, he was incredible earlier on the season. Now he's not doing it. Why? When I really think he's a special player, and I think he will get better. But it does seem to me you're letting in goals. Jackson, I always thought was overrated, and when I said it, I got smashed by Chelsea supporters. But sorry, guys, I've always said I don't think he's good enough to be your top quality striker. So I'm coming out to you, Chelsea supporters. I'm asking you: is it your manager? You know, does he lack something? You can't keep going and buying. Well, you can. You know, and it looks like you're going for this Bournemouth centre-half who is absolutely quality, and you need him, but he's only 19. Is he definitely the player? You bought, you know, Mudryk. You went in and stole him from under us for, I can't remember how much that was. And he hasn't worked out. And okay, you'll sell him again, etc., etc. But you won't get all that money back for him. And maybe they don't care about the loss making. But what is going wrong there? Something's not right. And the people you really need to talk to are true Chelsea fans. I can give them all my thoughts on the reason why. And I do quite often to lots of teams. But with Chelsea, I'm a little bit lost. My opinion is, I just feel maybe the manager is not top notch. That's my honest opinion. I think he's not top notch. But I want to know what Chelsea fans, especially those who go there week in, week out, what are their thoughts? What do they really think? Because they're the guys who see it. They're the guys seeing what's happening. Don't put it all down to injuries, because let's face it, Bournemouth have had loads of injuries, Spurs have had loads of injuries, Arsenal had loads of injuries. There's more to it than just injuries, you know. So I just want to hear, do you think the manager's met his match, he's hit his level and he's not up to it? Chelsea fans, what do you think? Football Chat Uncensored, Reno talking on TikTok. Come to TikTok, because if you come on TikTok, I'll answer you. If you go on things like Facebook and YouTube, which, you know, I'd love you to, but I don't really get much on that. But TikTok, I'll come back to you an answer. Football Chat Uncensored, Reno talking.